Hey guys, welcome back. Today's tutorial is a look that is perfect for the holiday season, so let's get started. So I'm starting with my eyebrows already filled in, so I'm just going straight in with the eyes, and I'm priming them with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden as always. So I'm dabbing this all over my eyelids and then blending out with the Zoeva concealer buffer brush. And I'm just setting that in place with Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek. For my initial transition shade, I'm going with my all-time favourite, which is Peaches and Cream, also from Makeup Geek, and I'm just buffing this into the crease with a big fluffy brush. I'll leave all the exact names of the brushes in the description box below with links to where you can purchase them. So I'm just buffing this into the crease and make sure it's blended. I'm taking it a little bit higher up than normal since I'm going to be using kind of darker shadows in this look. I want this colour to really go quite high up towards the brow bone, just so everything blends the best that it can. And then I'm just doing the exact same on the other eye. Next I'm going with Desert Sands, also from Makeup Geek, and I think this is the Zoeva Soft Definer brush. So I'm just blending this into the crease as my kind of initial kind of crease shade, like more of a colour. So this is a gorgeous kind of mustard yellow. I love to use this in different looks because it really adds something a bit different to the crease. So I'm just blending this into the crease, kind of blending out quite high. Since I'm going to be, as I said, I'm going to be using darker shades later, I want you to still be able to see this even through the darker greens that I'll be using. And I'm just making sure that's all blended using my initial crease brush. So now I'm just doing the exact same on the other eye. Now I'm going back in with another layer of that Desert Sand shade just to build up the intensity of that colour in the crease. Next, I'm going in with the shade Enchanted Forest from Makeup Geek, and this is a gorgeous deep emerald green. I love this shade. So I'm taking that on. I think this was a Zoeva eye blender brush. It's a bit firmer. I wanted to keep this strictly on the outer corner of the eye and taking it into the crease a little bit, and then going back in with that soft definer brush and just blending it out. I didn't want to go in too dark and like really intense at the very beginning. I wanted to kind of build up in layers so that it blended the way I wanted it to. So I'm just taking a little bit and kind of blending it in and just really deepening up that outer corner, and again blending it out with the soft definer brush. So I'm applying a little of this shade before I apply my lid shade, just because I didn't want the lid shade to go all the way across the lid, which is what I normally do. I wanted the outer corner to stay really matte and just keep the sparkly like foil shadow that I'm going to use on the lid just in the kind of inner portion of the lid. Talking about lid shades, I decided to go with Epic, which is one of Makeup Geek's newest foiled shades. It's a gorgeous deep emerald green. I love this shade and I've never really played with it before, but I really like how this look turned out using it. I love it. So I'm just taking that with a smoky shader brush from Zoeva, I believe, and just packing this all in the lid, kind of straying away from the outer corner just so that it stays dark and matte. And I'm kind of taking this, I'm trying to be really careful not to get this into the crease because it's such a deep dark colour. I wanted the crease to remain quite a little bit kind of more browny tone from that desert sand shade. I didn't want it to be completely green, I wanted there still to be a little bit more dimension. Then I'm taking a detail brush from Zoeva and just applying some of that epic shade into the inner corner, since my big like flat brush doesn't reach in there so well. So I wanted to be a bit more precise in the inner corner and try not to get that shade everywhere. And then I'm taking my Zoeva soft definer with a little bit of that desert sand shade and just kind of blending those colours in the crease so it looks a bit more seamless. Then I'm taking a clean E40 from Sigma and just kind of buffing out the edges of the shadow. And then I'm getting some more of that Enchanted Forest shade just to really deepen up the outer corner, and then I'm taking it a little bit more into the crease just to blend those colours together and make it look so seamless and effortlessly blended. For my brow bone highlight, I have been obsessed with Nylon from MAC, so I'm just applying this with a kind of fluffy brush just to my brow bone. I am obsessed with this highlight, I haven't really used anything else for my brow bone highlight or inner corner highlight for a very long time now. Since I picked it up about a month ago, I am obsessed with this shade, I love it. So I popped on some lashes and I decided to go for the see-through lashes from Velour. Now I'm on to skin, so for foundation I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation, and this is in the shade Y225, so I'm just striping this all over my face. And then I'm going to blend it in with the Real Techniques buffing brush. For concealer, I'm taking my Nars Radiant Cream Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Maybe this was Chantilly, I'm not entirely sure. I can alternate between the two shades depending on how highlighted I want to be. So I'm just kind of dragging this under my eye in a sort of triangle shape and blending it in with my beauty blender. Next I'm going to bake with the RCMA No Colour Powder. I'm obsessed with this translucent loose powder, it is amazing. So I'm just applying this with the Real Techniques Miracle Eye Eraser Sponge, I believe that's what it's called. I'll leave it linked in the description box below. I love to use that to apply my bake. And then I'm going in with the Cover FX Custom Handsler Drops in the shade Moonlight, and I've really been enjoying using this as my highlight recently. So I'm just taking a little bit and kind of dabbing this on my cheekbones, and then I'm going to intensify that with a powder highlight later, but I just really love how this looks. So I'm applying this with my finger, and I find this is the best way to apply it, and I'm taking a while to really blend it into the skin and make sure there's no kind of harsh lines, or the edges can sometimes be quite harsh, so I'm really making sure I blend that in. I'm also taking a little bit down my nose and on my cupid's bow. Now I'm just sweeping away that bake using a dual fibre brush from Real Techniques. And now I'm going to set my whole face with powder, and I'm going to be really high maintenance and use two different translucent loose powders, but I really prefer the Mercier translucent loose powder for setting my whole face, and I prefer the RCMA No Colour Powder for baking underneath my eyes. So I'm just using the same dual fibre brush from Real Techniques and just setting my whole face. And as you can see, the highlight is really glowy, and you could definitely keep it here, but I will not. I want the glow to be as bright as it possibly can be. Now I'm just in with bronzer, and I'm taking the Love Triangle contour powder from Makeup Geek. I almost said Real Techniques there, but I love to use this for bronzing up the skin. It's kind of warm toned contour powder. So I'm just taking this on a Morphe fan brush, and this fan brush is massive, and I really love how it looks using this for bronzer. I think it looks so seamless and so blended, and that's just my favourite thing to do right now. Now for contour, I'm taking the Makeup Geek contour powder in the shade Breakup on my Sigma F05 small contour brush. It is my favourite brush for contour. I think it makes it look so blended and just amazing. I love it. So I'm just applying this at the very back of my cheekbones, like up towards my hairline. I'm trying not to bring it too far in because I think I've been struggling with that lately, so I'm trying to keep it as far back as possible. And then I'm taking a little bit of this breakup shade on a, I think this is a buffer brush or a deluxe crease brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just using this to contour my nose. It's something I've been enjoying doing lately. I never really contour my nose, but I've just kind of tried experimenting with it, and I quite like how it looks. So I'm just using that to contour my nose and then apply a little bit underneath my lower lip, just to make my bottom lip look a bit poutier and to just kind of enlarge them a little bit. For blush, I'm taking the shade Main Squeeze from Makeup Geek and applying this to my cheeks with a Real Techniques Bold Metals blush brush. For highlight, I'm taking the shade Sunburst from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in That Glow, and I'm applying that to my nose, cupid's bow and cheekbones using the Zoeva fan brush. I'll leave it linked in the description box below. And this is the brush that Jamie Genevieve uses, and her highlight is always amazing. I struggled for ages in finding a good brush for highlighting, and this one is incredible. Now for the lower lash line, I'm taking the shade Desert Sands on a pencil brush from Zoeva and just placing this under my lower lash line. And buffing that out with my clean blending brush. Next I'm going in with the shade Enchanted Forest again on a smudger brush from Zoeva and just placing this as close to the lower lash line as possible, just to kind of round out the whole eye look. I feel as if you don't add shadow to the lower lash line, the eye look kind of looks a bit off. And just blending that together with the pencil brush that I used to apply Desert Sands. And you could stop there, but I decided to make it a bit more festive and add some glitter. So this is the shade Beach Baby from Lit Cosmetics. I'm just applying the Lit Cosmetics glitter base, and then I'm just applying the glitter. So this is a gorgeous gold, and I thought this would really make the green pop and make it look a little bit more festive. I love the effect of using a glitter as like an inner corner highlight, but this look is definitely wearable enough on its own if you just add a normal kind of highlight, like with MAC Nylon it would look incredible. So now for lips, I'm lining my lips with the Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Bombshell. For lipstick, I managed to get my hands on one of the MAC and Mariah Carey collaboration lipsticks. So this is in the shade Kizzle, and as you can see I am dying over this shade. So this is a cream sheen, so it's not like really pigmented, but it's a gorgeous kind of pinky nude. I love it. I loved how this lip turned out. So I'm just applying this all over my lips. And then I'm going to top it with a gloss from the Mariah Carey and MAC collection. This is in the shades Dream Lover. Finally, I'm setting my whole face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and this look is complete. So I'm really happy the way this look turned out. I really hope you enjoy. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!